say R&B, but bitch, I'm really a big welcome to everybody who's new here, and a welcome back to all my loyal girlies and guys. I'm gonna do a get ready with me, like a very quick little makeup video. I don't think I'm gonna talk. Well, actually, I know I'm not gonna talk. Like, this is the face, this is the glam. Let's get into it. And if you're interested to know anything that I use in the video, I'll have it linked down in the comments below. Oh, wait. Did you like, comment, and subscribe? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do that before you leave, okay? Anyway, let's get into this story time. Since I never really do story times, and I don't want you to just watch a video of me doing my makeup. But you know, if you into that, that's cool. No judgment here, friend. Since most people discovered me through my viral proposal, I figured I'd tell you guys the story of my proposal. And I'll even spill the tea of when I actually figured out I was getting engaged. Okay, just for background purposes, I'm gonna do an actual video where we sit down and tell you guys how we met. But me and my fiance, we've been together for 10 years. We met my senior year of high school, and he actually took me to my senior prom. Okay, let's fast forward a couple years, but the man told me when he met me, he knew he was gonna marry me. Now, me on the other hand, if you know me, I always say when I met the man, I was just trying to add him to my roster. I was literally going to college the next semester, and I was ready to be outside. But he scooped me up and took me out the streets before I can even touch the goddamn on sidewalk. But that's neither here nor there. Obviously, I love it here, and shout out to having a man who's patient and will wait for you. Quick side note, I definitely did my big one with them brows. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I knew I wanted to get married, but I wanted to get married after I graduated college. I just didn't think it would take me so long to graduate, but I moved away from home. I left university, and then I started university, then the pandemic hit, but I ended up graduating with my associate's degree in 2022. And if you're thinking, friend, I saw you get engaged in 2023, you'd be absolutely correct, because I did re-enroll to get my bachelor's degree. Now, friend, 2022 was a hard year for me. I took some really big losses on a personal level, and then 2023 came around, and it was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to reclaim my time and reclaim my life. Then my fiance, which was my boyfriend at the time, had a conversation with me. He asked me how did I feel emotionally about getting married, and I said, honestly, life is really short, and I've definitely come to that realization, and I don't want to have a wedding where I have to save multiple seats for family members who are no longer with us. And I think this was Thanksgiving of 2022, and I and my entire family was still grieving, so I didn't really think anything of it when he asked me. Fast forward, it is now New Year's, and I look over at him and I was like, you know what, I think I am finally ready to get married. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. He's like, if I ask you, you would say yes. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you're not just saying that because you're sad and having a bad day. He's like, no, I really do genuinely think I'm ready to get married. So friend, you know what happened next? Nothing. Yep, that's right, nothing. But your girl got the ring, so just hold on, we getting there. I explained to him a long time ago that I am not a double celebration kind of girly, and I didn't want to get married or proposed to on like my birthday, on Jesus' birthday, on Easter. I just don't double celebration me. You love me and you want to do something special for me, make this one event something special. You saw the video, friend, and he did just that. He made a regular Tuesday something very special. So let's go ahead in the story. Remember, I said I was reclaiming my time. So in 2023, the beginning of the year, I was booked and busy. Trips, planes, vacations, all the nine. And y'all, I thought like in all these beautiful romantic trips that we took, I thought like, okay, if he's gonna propose to me, he's gonna be on one of these trips. The man did not say nothing. So I forgot about it. I was like, you know what? It's cool. I'm not tripping. It is what it is. It was just a conversation. So fast forward, it's now Father's Day of 2023. Mind you, this was such a sentimental, emotional moment because this was my dad's first Father's Day without my little sister. So my fiance had plotted. He invited his parents over to my brother's house because we were doing a Father's Day thing at my brother's house. His mom was supposed to capture the moment of him asking my dad for my hand in marriage. Spoiler alert, there is no video evidence of this at all. It was difficult for him to catch my dad alone, and his parents ended up having to leave, so they missed it as well. But he finally caught my dad sitting out looking at the lake, having a little moment to himself, and that is where he popped the big question to my father. Get this, guys. This is actually the same day I found out as well because my daddy was excited and told me. So I found out that same day. Then he went and asked my mom because my parents are not together. He went and asked my mom for my hand in marriage as well. And she flipped out. And I actually got to see that whole thing. I've gotten the question, did you know he was going to pop the question? Okay, so friend, the tea is, yes, I knew I was getting engaged in June of 2023. Now, I know you're thinking, friend, I saw your face for that proposal. There's no way you knew. And you will be absolutely right. I had no idea that he was actually going to propose, because you got to remember, we got engaged in August. He asked my dad in June. So between June and August, my grandmother had passed and a lot had happened within that short period of time. It really was not even on anybody's mind anymore. And get this, we only took the trip to Mexico in August because we had it planned in May. We were supposed to be going with my cousin and her best friend for her best friend's birthday in May. I had to cancel because I ended up having COVID. But luckily back then, you know, flights were still being postponed if you were able to show that you tested positive for COVID. So they gave us a voucher to redo our booking, but we had to book by August of 2023 or we would lose our money. And listen, grieving or not, baby, I'm not about to lose no money and I'm not about to miss no flight. So you thinking, friend, yeah, you definitely had to have known, because like, come on now, who's going to a tropical vacation and not thinking they're gonna get proposed to? Me, bitch. I didn't think. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I was lit that entire time and I was having a good time. But what you didn't see is we actually broke up on this trip. You heard me right. In beautiful Mexico, day number 2, bitch, he pissed me off so bad that I told him, you know what, I don't want to do this with you anymore. I have had it up to here. We are done. You don't ever have to talk to me ever again. Whoa, 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 hold your horses. And before you jump in my comments and be like, what happened? Y'all, I really genuinely don't even remember what happened. All I know is my cycle started while I was on that trip and I was PMSing and I was just not in a good mood. Also, I have to remember my grandmother had just passed. It had not even been like a month since I lost my grandmother. So emotionally, I was a little everywhere. I know y'all don't know this, but my grandmother passed on the exact same day and exactly a year apart from my little sister. Family was already gearing up to grieve for the loss of my sister being gone a year. And then my grandmother was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that day too. So girl, it was a lot. Nevertheless, my man is an amazing person and I love him truly because he's very patient, very kind, and very forgiving when it comes to me. Even when I say I broke up with the man, I'm not even playing. I really broke up with this man. I had went to dinner by myself and everything. I had started subbing him on Instagram and everything. Put up a whole post talking about something. Don't wait for a man to be what you need. And the gag is, friend, he don't even have Instagram. So bitch, it wasn't even like he was gonna see it. Of course, we kissed and made up, but I genuinely thought I had to ruin our trip and any chances if he wanted to use this as a romantic type of thing. Like even when making my TikTok videos with like our get ready and our dress videos, he did it reluctantly because he's not a social media kind of person. Like that's really something I do. He does it because he's super supportive and he knows it's something that's important to me and it's something that I like to do. Even the day after the argument, the day after I stormed out the room and went to dinner by myself, the day after I told him I wasn't gonna be with him anymore, he still got up and did the outfit check and the little hand thing with me. Fast forward, it's proposal night, which is also our last night in Mexico. We'd went bowling that morning and did some other activities. I was tired and we were late for our reservation. So if you look at my face, I was really just kind of annoyed because I was tired, I was hot, I was sweaty. I had on this tight ass dress and I was really just trying to go eat so we can go to bed. But he was like, no, we got to do your video. And he was like, well, I'm gonna set up your camera. I was like, no, don't worry about it. He's like, well, just give me your phone. I'll set up your camera. So that way when you come out, we can do the video very quickly and we can just go to the reservation. I tell you, I'm just not for it. I'm just not for it. I'm just like, well, if you want to, whatever. You can tell, if you know me, you know that I was agitated. And that's why like I really was not paying attention, nor was I really expecting the proposal. I just wanted to go get dinner and go lay down. Oh, I forgot to mention, I asked him, I was like, hey, because I still hadn't seen the engagement ring. And I asked him, I was like, did you bring the ring to Mexico? Am I going to get proposed to? And he was like, nah, I didn't. I actually left it at home. And if you were wondering why he called me nosy as hell, because he had a rose in a box and I ended up clocking the box. No, not that type of rose, nasty. Now, in my defense, I was not trying to ruin his surprise. He had it sitting in his suitcase and I just looked down and I was like, what is that? And he told me that, oh no, that's my cologne. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought about it later and I was like, that's really not your cologne because I don't remember it looking like that. But I didn't say anything because my mindset was on we are late for reservations. And this lady said if we are late, they won't see us. And I just want to go grab something to eat and go to bed. I said he took my phone and he set up the camera and he had everything ready to go. To where all I had to do was walk outside, do my little TikTok video. But I ended up standing on his right side. And he was like, no, you actually need to switch sides. And friend, I swear this did not raise any red flags because the whole time we were doing this video, he wanted to be on the right side of me. Like my man know what his good side is and his right side is his good side. And that's where he likes to stand. And then 1, 2, 3, boom, the ring hit my hand. And the rest is history, friend. Like I said, that's the end of the story. If y'all want to know how we reacted to our video going viral, I can do another story time. But other than that, that's the end of the video, friend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't say R&B, but bitch, I'm really hurt.